Did you see me? I'm in camouflage today. I'm not surprised if you didn't see me. Camouflage helps us to be invisible. Hi everyone, I'm Mrs. Lockman from Boston School Forest, and today we're playing hide and seek with animals out in the wild and taking a look at what type of camouflage animals here at Boston School Forest can have.
This is a sap sucker. Sap suckers are in the woodpecker family. We just highlighted woodpeckers not long ago when we were talking about animals that could climb. Sap suckers are a unique kind of woodpecker, and they actually make rows and rows of holes in tree trunks looking for insect larvae under the bark. They're very systematic and make really neat patterns along the tree bark. It has black feathers and mottled white feathers, and the only red is right on its head, and that's to attract a mate. They've got good camouflage up there in those tree branches against the cloudy sky today.
Who would have thought that black-capped chickadees have camouflage? But here in Wisconsin, we can have snow for 7 months out of the year. And those white feathers on their chest and the gray feathers on their back and wings and even their black cap help them to blend in the winter Wisconsin. The American robin is our Wisconsin state bird, and its gray back and its rusty red chest help it to blend in perfectly to Boston School Forest and take a bath in the pond too. Now that it's spring, robins have returned to Wisconsin, and they're very common. In fact, if you go look out your window or step out on your porch right now, you will see a robin or maybe even hear a robin. But you do have to look carefully because it is tricky. Like these robins on the side hill by the pond, they're practically invisible. American dagger moths have excellent camouflage on this oak tree bark. The gray and the patterns in their wings are a perfect match, but not when it lands on this bright blue shirt. Well, can you? Can you see this gray tree frog on this oak bark? It has a mottled color, and the gray and the black patterns match the forest perfectly. Well, except for when we find them on the deck. Another amphibian is also great at camouflage. It's the American toad. They make their way from the forest to the pond every spring to mate. They have a brown color and their eyes are at the tops of their heads so it sticks out of the water. Even their eggs are camouflaged in the water. They're also camouflaged on land. The pine needles and the rocks and the moss are a perfect cover. Another resident at the pond is this giant water bug. These are great predators and can eat small tadpoles and other bugs. So it's real important that they have this brown camouflage and they stay entirely underwater, usually. We netted this giant water bug as part of our pond study with some third graders. So we released it back into the wild and down the water it goes. Did you spot this white-tailed deer bedded down at Boston School Forest? Deer have camouflage for all of Wisconsin's seasons. In the winter, they're a darker gray. In the fall, they're going from a rusty color to a darker gray. And in the summer, they have this nice orangish coat. Can you see the fawn hiding amongst the leaves?
So this is camouflage, right? Well, to animals that can see color, it's a blaze orange. But many animals that you might want to take pictures of or that you might want to hunt don't see color. And so this tree branch and leaf pattern on this bright color helps to break up the human form. And so even something like this to some animals could be camouflage. Well, that's all for this week. Bye.